Welcome back for episode 4 of my Twisted Wonderland Glorious Masquerade Makeup series, where I'm doing a look based off of each character featured in the Glorious Masquerade event. Last episode, I ventured into trying an entirely neutrals look for Ruggy, so today we move on to the House Warden of Octavino, the fast-talking con man and leader of the three-man mermaid mafia, Azul Ashengrotto. Here's the concept sketch I did, and I'm really excited for this one because it means I get to use my all-purple eyeshadow palette. Fun fact for you guys, purple is my favorite color, so naturally any look is a good one if I get to cover my face in purple. But without further ado, let's get started. After gluing down my eyebrows and prepping my face, I primed my eyes with Beauty Creations color-based eye primer in the shade Whiteout. I put it all over my eyelid and my eyebrows too this time, dragging it out into a wing shape and adding it under my eye as well. And before starting on the eyeshadow, I added my setting powder barrier. To start on the eyeshadow, grab what I call a classic purple shade and add that all over your eyelid except for your inner corner and drag it out to create what I call a flat top wing. You want the top part of the wing to be the least swoopy you can get it. You want it to stick straight out. Then, once you're happy with the wing shape, drag the shadow almost all the way around your under eye, just stopping at the inner corner. Our goal here is to emulate Azul's normal eye makeup that he wears. Next, take a lavender shade and add that all around the outer edge of the darker purple shadow from your eyebrows and brow bone to under your eyes and also around your inner corner. Then take a blending brush and smoke out the edges. Now take a grape purple shade and add that to your inner corner and finger blend where it meets the rest of the eyeshadow on your eyelid. Finally, we're gonna add some sparkle. Add some more eye primer to the center of your eyelid, but just a little, and pat it down. For the all-important sparkle, first use a pure purple shimmer. Now add that on over top of your primer you just put down. You can finger blend it around the edges to make it look more seamless if you want to. Then, take a lighter lavender shimmer and add that over top of the purple shimmer to give it a little extra sauce. Just a little, not a lot. See, look at that? What'd I tell you? Just gives it that little extra oomph. Now that your eyeshadow is done, you are free to remove your setting powder barrier. Now for this look, I'm actually doing a step or two out of my usual order, and I'm doing the contour and highlighting now before I do the mask. For most of my contour, I used the classic purple shade from earlier, but on my forehead, I used the lavender. I love using unnatural colors for contour, it's just so much fun. And don't be afraid to be heavy-handed with it, it'll show up on camera better anyway. And in the immortal words of a cosplayer I saw on DeviantArt aeons ago, if you look like a drag queen, you're doing it right. Which is especially fitting for Azul since he's based off of Ursula, who in turn was based off a real-life drag queen. For my highlights, I can finally use this official Twisted Wonderland Octavianelle Duo palette I won in a giveaway a couple of years ago. The lavender pearl shimmer is a tad subtle, so I went over it with a white shimmer with a purple sheen to make it more noticeable. I added this combo to the center of my forehead, my nose, the apples of my cheeks, and my cupid's bow. And now to start on the mask. Have ye a reference image on standby and start sketching out the mask with a detail brush and some brown eyeshadow. Now while we're here, I'm gonna warn you right now, this look in its entirety took me around 3 hours to do, and the mask was the biggest part. This is the part that took the longest. So consider this a PSA. If you're doing a makeup look that you know is going to take you longer than 20 to 30 minutes to do, get up and stretch every once in a while. Trust me, the neck and back pain you will experience once you're done if you don't is not worth it. Also, have you some water and a non-messy snack on standby too, you're gonna get hungry. Or maybe that's just me, who knows. Once you're done sketching, it's time to grab your black eyeliner and draw over all of your sketch lines and thicken them up along the way. And remember to go slow and take your time. Once you're done painting on your mask, make sure the liner is completely dried down before lining your actual eyes. Create another flat top wing with your eyeliner and add it all the way around your under eye too. And now for the most tedious and arduous part. Azul's mask has a bunch of pearls on it, so I'm going to be gluing a bunch of real flat back pearls to my face in a segment I like to call Pearlmageddon, where I spent an hour and a half hand applying each and every pearl with eyelash glue onto my face, one teeny tiny pearl at a time. Now for this side of the mask, on the reference image, all of the pearls are the same size, but I didn't have enough pearls in that particular size to do that. So what I did instead was do a pattern of the regular size pearl and then a smaller pearl. And honestly, I think it looks better than if I did do it with all the same size pearls. It adds more, I don't know, it just adds a little bit more pizzazz, you know what I mean? Either way, I'm glad I did it.
The last pearl is on! I am free! Oh my god, that took forever! Oh. As much as I love putting sparkly things on my face, I rarely do the bedazzle thing, specifically for this reason. It takes so long to do. This took me an hour and a half. An hour and a half. It looks great though, as you can see, so it was totally worth it.
With that, we finally move on to the lipstick. Today's lovely assistant is Menagerie Cosmetics Velvet Liquid Lipstick in the shade Mirabelle. When applying it, I tried to emulate Azul's lip shape a little bit, and also accidentally emulated Ursula's a little bit as well when I smiled. No complaints here though. And for the finishing touch, I added a pearl white multi-stick shimmer over top. And now it's time for the final reveal. And cue the glamour shots. I love how this look came out so much, and it has to be one of my favorites in the series so far. Purple makeup just feels so me, like it's natural. Like a frog on a lily pad or Gerard Way covered in fake blood. It's as nature intended. And we can't forget the close-up of the eyes. I would be remiss if I didn't. The pearls really make it, honestly. And so does that shimmer. And with that, Azul's makeup look is complete. Alright, a whole road done. Does this count as a bingo? Anyways, stay tuned for next time where I'll drop a tutorial on how I made the mini version of Azul's tricorn hat. But until then, take care of yourselves and stay twisted.